G'day folks, thanks for joining us again. Welcome to the Northern Territory of Australia, in magnificent Kakadu. Look at that! The old bearded birdler, he's in his element. Threw it into his mouth. Unbelievable, mate.
It's just like nature. It's what we're all about.
I tell you what,
This is just fantastic.
Wagons, ho! Oh, thank your mother for the rabbits. Just when they think it's safe to come out. Unbelievable! Bang!
I guess in the end, that's probably why we all go fishing.
A little barra had a go at that tiny little lure, folks. We'll get him later on in the show, I hope. Welcome to magnificent Kakadu, and I'm here with Darwin Recreational Fisheries Officer Phil Hall. And this is part of the East Alligator system. And Phil, quite amazingly, they call this the rock pool.
It's one of the prettiest places you're likely to see, Rex.
My missus said to me on the phone last night to bring her up here again. Now, that is a very, very good indication that this is a nice place. We're here to have a look at the scenery, and I'm sure the folks at home are going to have a good time, but we're also here to do a little bit of piscatorial hunting, in brackets fishing.
You bet. I think we might go and have a look at some logs down the bottom end of the rock hole there. They normally produce a few fish, and then we can head down into the tidal reaches where we'll be fishing mainly on the colour changes with the runoffs where the floodplains, water off the floodplains enters the main stream.
Sounds all right to me. So we're actually going south in the East Alligator.
That's right, yeah.
Well, Horace Greeley went west, young man. We're going south, old men. Stick with us, folks. I'm sure you're going to have a ball in magnificent Kakadu. Hang around. Kakadu is Australia's largest national park. It covers approximately 20,000 square kilometres and is a World Heritage listed area for both its cultural and natural heritage. The park protects one of the finest and most extensive rock art collections in the world, along with an amazing array of plant and wildlife. Kakadu is renowned for its natural beauty and magnificent wetlands, and the East Alligator River is no exception. It forms the border between Kakadu National Park and Arnhem Land. The best fishing on the river occurs after the wet season, when the roads become accessible.
Yeah, Rex.
Good man.
Not a bad fish,
Oh,
Rex.
good fish.
60 centimetres. Oh, look at the shark after him there, Rex.
Oh, shark.
Yeah.
Get away from him.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he snaffle that?
Yeah, he's about 65 centimetres, I reckon, Rex.
Very, very nice fish. Wow.
There he is, mate.
That a beautiful fish?
Hmm.
There's nothing wrong with him, mate. Look at that, folks.
Good on you, mate.
Have a
Look at him. I tell you, he's in pretty fair nick, isn't he?
He's got him all that one prong right on the end of the snout.
Yeah, look at that.
Do the honours, mate.
Yeah. There we go. Gonna hurt you at all, mate. Just want to get that out of you. Oh, what a lovely fish.
A bit thicker through the body. He's been feeding well, I'd say, that boy.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I give him a little bit of a peck.
Hmm.
You can pop him back there, mate.
No worries.
Very nicely done. Early in the morning on the floodplain.
Early on the morning in the floodplain, just on the turn of the tide, the magpie geese, the goannas, I think all nature's on my side.
That's a beauty, Rex. Mind if I don't harmonise, though?
You're very sincere, Phil.
I know.
You don't like me singing, do you?
Well, mate, I'll refrain from commenting there. Let's just go fishing.
Thank you very much. Oh, he grabbed it there, Philip.
What you got there, mate?
I don't know what I've got. It doesn't appear to be a barra. It's got some weight in it.
That's a shark.
A shark. You're joking.
It's like a whaler, mate. Yeah, a little river whaler.
I felt a bump and I thought, look at that. That is quite amazing. On a lure.
Yeah, he's eating that.
Hasn't he eaten that? Oh, gee, mate, he's done the old doing the crocodile roll. The housewife and the canine doing the crocodile roll.
So you call that a river whaler? Did
Yes,
you?
mate, yeah. Round the back of the head's the best
Yeah, I
shot,
think
mate.
it's. I think that's what I'm going to do, Phil.
You grip on him.
I'll get my hand out of there for a minute.
Yeah.
Don't do this, kids.
They're dangerous little critters. These.
Don't do it. Don't handle sharks. Dad, he can handle them. He can afford to lose his fingers.
Do you need your fingers for counting, kids? Look at that. Gee whiz. I thought it might be a barramundi. It's certainly not a barramundi. It's a whaler shark. Gee whiz, you just don't know what's below the surface, do you? No. Well, he's done a good job on that lure. If only we could talk shark. There you
go,
go,
mate.
there. Oh, yes, mate. Look, I wouldn't hurt you.
Pardon me. What have you been on the pickled onions? This bloke has every right to live his life. He's part of the environment.
I tell you what, we might just put you down there, mate. Give you a little bit of a swim. Where are you going? Under the boat? Too right he is. Go on, under you go. And he's gone. Well, a shark on a lure. How about that?
Doesn't matter whether it's a shark or a barra, it's just nice being here, isn't it? And that's why we have the big heavy trace and the big long lure, because without it, chomp. The East Alligator, Philip, a pretty serious waterway.
It's one of our bigger inland tidal rivers, Rex, yeah. Really works best just after the wet. There's an upper reach to it beyond the crossing. We might go and have a look at some of the very pretty country up there later into the rock hole. I know it's one of your favourite spots.
It is, yeah. Well, is it a serious barra river, this?
This time of the year, it's one of our more productive rivers. As you know, there's no commercial fishing allowed in any of the Kakadu rivers, and there's only certain Kakadu waterways that are accessible to recreational fishermen.
I've been all over the world, and I can tell you now, I'm absolutely elated, because this is the very rare long stem prairie weedfish.
Hang on, mate, I'll get the net.
Now look at that.
Righto.
Long stem prairie weedfish. I don't know whether it's the same that Joe Cocker indulges in, folks. It smells all right to me.
Rex, right up near the boat there, look.
Well done, Phil. It's a nice fish.
Get out of there. No, it's only a rat.
Yeah, didn't he grab it? Beautiful.
Just about under the boat again, Rex.
Yeah, look at that. He's not going to get off, is he?
Nah.
Very nicely done, Philip. Well, have a look at that. There's a perfect example of what we're talking about here. We'll lay him upside down and see if he'll sit there, just like Jimmy Allen does with the trout. And just get the hook out of him there. It's a barramundi, Phil, probably not even a year old.
It'd be about a year old, Rex, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about, we've been through the life cycle a lot of time, folks, but it's an interesting life cycle.
Yeah, you hear people say, you know, the importance of a big wet season, a good wet season. If we have poor rains, what happens is that the little fish like this, which are spawned near the mouths of rivers, can't make it up into these crucial wetland habitats where they're really barramundi nurseries, Rex.
Yeah.
If the rain doesn't come you know, heavy enough so that the inland billabongs link up, enabling passage through to them, the fish just are confined to a marine environment where predation is a major negative impact on them.
Certainly is. I'll just pop him back and let him swim again another day. Off you go, mate. Look at that.
A lot of those little fish around.
Yeah, there are. And that's what we've got at the moment, folks. A lot of little fish. I'm going to put a bit more sunscreen on, keep the water level up, keep the liquids going. And somewhere, sometime today, it'll happen. But barramundi fishing just ain't going out and hitting the jackpot. Some people do. They say it's easy. Well, it might be easy, but it's also very, very satisfying to be able to come here when the fish are off the bite and then show you people what persistence will do. The little barra, right from day one, they're predators. Let's hope Grandma and Grandpa aren't too far away.
Got him, Rex?
Gee, what? I tell you what,
How's he feel?
a bit of weight about him, I don't know.
Yeah?
Philip, who knows at this stage? Not doing a lot. It's definitely a fish and a bit of a kick there.
Another one of them sharks.
It might well be. But this has got a real thump about it. If I was fishing in Port Phillip Bay, I'd be saying jewfish. No jewfish up here, I don't think, folks. I reckon this is a barramundi. Get some idea in a minute, because he's heading across there into that area.
You don't want to jump. Here he comes.
Oh, he's going to come up, is he?
Yep.
Oh, look at this. He's going to come up.
Not quite.
But I reckon it's a barra.
Yeah, it's a barra, all right.
Oh, yeah, but sometimes, Phil, the nice-sized barra, they don't come out, do they? They
Often they don't, no.
come away from there.
Yeah, we don't want him in that weed.
Come out of there. I reckon he might go in there, actually. We might have to up and come out of there. Oh, look at that bow wave out there.
He's a good
Oh, wacko!
Probably 8 or 9 kilos by the look
Hey,
of him,
he's a
Rex.
serious fish, isn't he?
He's a good one.
Oh, gee, but didn't he do the right thing by us by going to the right instead of into that? Because he could have really made life difficult for us, folks. He's on a lure. He knows everything's not right, because when he wants to go somewhere, he can feel this strain against him, and he thinks, gee, I'm not quite so sure whether I want to be on Rex's show just yet. He hit that like there was no tomorrow. Oh, look at that bow wave. Oh, serious fish. Yeah. Yeah. Yibbida Yibbida, folks. A serious fish. Look at that. A little bit of displacement, hey?
He's in that 10 kilo range, Rex, I reckon.
Yeah, he's a serious fish. He is a serious barramundi.
That's all right. Lead him around that way.
I just say again, folks, you've got to have a properly tuned drag, because when the fish wants to go that way and the line is fully stretched, that's when breaking strain comes into it. She's all over Red Rover because the angler's patience is down the gurgler. He's made a beautiful, beautiful start to this particular sortie. And all we want to do now is actually land him. And we're going to take our time, folks. Sit back and relax and just see how you can have so much enjoyment from angling these species and then putting them back for someone else to have the same fantastic enjoyment.
He's certainly not done yet because, oh, he's a serious fish. He's serious fish, serious. When he goes down, we don't pull up. We haul him away from the boat and the motor, and he's probably got it. There he goes again. Gee, I tell you what, his tail is making some indentation into that water there, Philip.
Yeah.
You ever tire of this?
No, never.
Oh, you know I don't.
That's why a lot of us have come to Darwin, Rex.
Yeah, well, after the footy, they all head up the Noosa and sit in there in the lounges on the beach in the G-strings, and Lynn and I come up here, mate, with the barramundi lures. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is a serious, serious barramundi. Wacko.
Not too bad at all, Rex.
Oh, I tell you what, how good is that? And just hooked too. And it's important, folks, too, some of our imported lures, not so much our local lures, which are right onto the importance of having very strong hooks. They've got some tinsy hooks from overseas, and we just can't get through their thick skulls, that we need some serious hooks for these magnificent fish. A barramundi. As I said, folks, I'm not saying how big it is, but you just have a look for yourself. And this baby's going back because she's a female, and she's going to produce millions of magnificent barramundi for you people all around the world. I tell you what, this is just sensational. Come on, baby. Look, she wants to go. She wants to go. You going to go for me? Go on. Off she goes. I just like to take this joint in, folks. I tell you what, I'm coming back here as a paying customer with me missus. Look at that heron up in there. He's just sort of waiting for a little scad to make a mistake. He's straight into his old comic cuts, eh? Just fantastic. There's 4 or 5 barramundi in here, but they're only little tackers. And this is a situation that you'd probably emulate down further with big fish, but the small fish are in here and they're feeding on something. So I've gone down a tad on lure size. This little Rapala, it's one of the new colours that are going to come out into Australia in the next probably 12 months. So the small fish, I've decided to give them a small lure and see if I can just prove something, that these fish will have a go no matter what their age group. They get up in that dirty water. Oh, look at that. They get up in that dirty water, folks, and they get what's coming down, what that heron's after. And then you put something foreign in, like this little Rapala, and Bob's your uncle. I tell you what, people come up here to catch 30 and 40 pound barramundi. Well, this particular bloke here, he could end up like that. He's got all the characteristics of what barramundi are about. Magnificent eyes that see in the dark, a beautifully formed body, the razor sharp sort of spikes and also gill rakers. And it's been an absolute pleasure being here on the East Alligator with fabulous Phil Hall. I tell you what, I never get tired of this place. I'll see you up here one day. It's a very, very special part of a marvellous country.